Hello everybody, I'm Moldy, and this is Crashlands 2 once again. In the last episode, we maxed out Owie's comforts to make her research that armor we needed even faster. And by doing that, we crammed a bunch of stools and a couple of tables and ray lamps into this room. Also made it bigger. So, yeah. That's some nice research speed you got going on there. So finish that helmet research, and you can then start researching the forge burner that I'm probably not even gonna make. Point is, it's getting researched, and that's what I like. Now then, that helmet, that also needs those hard light reactors and a lot of biosteel ingots. That biosteel is the big thing that's slowing down production. We need scouring paste. We need the cables from the bulbs. So let's get to chopping down even more bulbs. That's those bulb components are the biggest slower downer of this whole thing we're doing where we create things in order to make life easier for all of us. But it is understandable. The materials are needed. It is just the materials are not being had at this very moment. Now, if we can just do this without any wildlife jumping inside of my body. There we go. I just want to chop your things. Why are you so opposed to having these natural resources all choppied? Oh god, that's a lot of damage. I took a lot of damage in a very short period of time. That's why we need to slaughter every living creature we see. Kill or be killed. Eat their asses. Ow, my ass, it has been partially eaten. Okay. We're safe now. And I eat me a little power parfait. Still got 9 of those in my pocket. But I need more, which is why I'm also chopping down the snow things and the glow plants. Where did you even come from? Did you just appear as I swung my plant chopper? You little turd. Get out of here. Quit being alive. All of my problems stem from other creatures being alive. That is one thing that I seem to be noticing. A recurring theme is that whenever there's a creature that ain't dead, it usually causes me a bunch of problems. Anyway, we can make those ingots now. Probably. I mean, the scouring paste and the ingots both they both have a common resource used in them. So I might have enough to make the paste, but not enough to make the ingots, but we'll figure it out. And you got that researched. Bottled rage. And injector. Yeah, you know I don't be using those. Anyway, paste and ingots. So yeah, that's enough to make the chest plate. And what about the helmet? Does that require the exact same ingredients? Probably. Anyway, let's go make the chest plate out here in the fabricator, and then we can worry about the helmet afterward. And across we go into this place to fabricate my chest protection boy that'll get me into those places. Right. Here! Breaker exosuit! Fuck yeah! Turbo Breaker exosuit! And it's on. Oh yeah. And now we can track you, because all we really need are those hard light reactors, and we're just short on hard light pixels to make those. And all we gotta do to get those is kill some bots. So let's go kill some goddamn bots! And then we can start looking to sneaking into those places guarded by the Omni Watchers. You guys ain't bots. Why would I want to kill you, aside from you trying to kill me? That's a good enough reason for me wanting to kill you. But I ain't quite in the mood to be killing you right now. Now drop me some hard light pixels, you some bitches! And you didn't drop me no goddamn pixels. Fuck. Yep, you go over there before you explode. I don't want you exploding on me. Okay, you two just go ahead and fight it out. And hopefully Robo-Turd drops some of those hard light boys that I need. And nope. Just steel and wires. Always with the steel and the wires. Alright, yep. You know, it might be those flying bots, the ones with the little light wings that drop the hard light pixels. I'm gonna go back to the base real quick, check where I get those hard light pixels from, and crank out another fuck ton of power parfaits while I'm at it. So, first off, food. Get all fooded up. And now, it went too far. And you... No, not you. This thing requires these. Yeah, they come out of the flying guys. That's what it is. Oh, I actually do need the helmet before I can sneak into them, according to this quest. I was just gonna sneak in there with only the thing, the chest plate. I don't even remember. I think there was one over in Hexstone Delta. Or maybe over here to the west of the Fabricator. Anywho, those are both ideal candidates for hunting down flying robots with which to take the things from them, kill them, harvest their organs, use them for my own nefarious purposes. You know how it goes. Hey, look, there's one of those flying guys right there. Oh, you exploded the thing. I kind of wanted to freeze that and take the materials out of it after busting it open. Anyway, kill that little scamp. And I'll let them handle the flip bot. Yep, okay, you're dead. And that is another hard light pixel, which is all that we need. We got exactly what we needed out of that one particular bot. And so, we make a helmet. Also gonna upgrade my chest boy, cause it ain't as good as it can possibly be. Oops, wrong button. Now, yeah, you upgradies. That's all the juice shards we had. So, I guess we're stuck with a subpar helmet for a little while anyway, at least until we find more juice shards. But we'll just see about that. Yeah, goddamn. I do not like this controller. Sometimes when I press up on the D-pad, it also goes left or right. It's... Oh, I need to be at the Fabricator to make that. Shit. Well, research some bottled rage. Kleewick, you got the... You can do the research. Just... There we go. You did that. You do this. And I'm also gonna make those biosteel ingots because I probably won't be able to make those at the Fabricator. And shit just gonna be a pain in the ass. Oh god, what am I missing? Mag dust. Fuck me! Fabricate me a goddamn breaker bar boot. There we go. Hell that. Breaker bar boot of gains. Look at those gains. That's a lot of strength coming out of ya. Alright. I feel so spoofy. And you look cool too. You look spoofy, that's for sure.
Wow, your spoof readings are off the charts. You should be able to waltz right in by those Omni Watchers now. Should I feel bad about that? Nah, Guide sucks. He does suck. I'm not gonna think too hard about the rest of it. Self-reflection over.
Excellent. Now to do some infiltration. And where exactly are these places that we need to be infiltrating at? Okay, now infiltrate one of Guide's secure facilities in the Basalt Flats or Hexstone Delta to see what he's hiding. Okay. A more distinct map marker would be greatly appreciated on that. But I think I can find one of those on me own. Map marker or not. Also, globules. Kinda need those at all times now. There's a big old Hank right there. The Hanky boy. Hank Tank. Stanky Hank. Why'd you do that, Hank? Anyway, there's a couple of those Omni Watchers right there. Walking right past you. Spoofed the fuck out of y'all's signal. Anyway, that goes boom. These little scamps are going to fucking die. And get them, Trunt. Oh, you ain't getting them. There we are. Alright. Just don't get my ass steamed as I climb on by. One of y'all's. There you go. Explode upon you. Alright. Yep. And you get to die now. The power of my power of my sword is good for killing all of y'all's. Double splody on ya. Y'all got sploded out, son. And boomerang. Bit of fire. Zappity zap. There we go. They're dead. What is this? Bureau wall, probably? Bureau pillars. Specifically, styles for bureau pillars. What's this thing? Some kind of communicator?
It looks more like a data bank. I think it's a backup server.
Guide's making copies of himself.
Seems likely. I think he fancies himself a handler AI like Cora. Guide having backups complicates things. Even if we reset the mainframe or delete his program, Guide can just restore himself.
So what do? I think we break it.
Maybe Cora will know what to do. Let's go tell her what we found.
So, no breaking it? Well, shit. Anyway, let's murder this Hank here. Kind of a tight, closed-in space for it, but there we go. You ain't got no shield now, son, which means you're vulnerable to the wrath of Trudge Bundle. While I'm busy dodging all of your shit. Okay, and Hanky Hank, spank that Hank, spank the shit right out of him tank. Okay, and he's dead. And I got a juice coil out of him. That's a material I didn't have before. Alright. You know, I could warp to the thing, but it's about the same distance between here and the teleporter. And if that's the case, teleporting and then walking would actually take more time than simply walking from where I already was. Now, if there was a teleporter right here in the fabricator, then... Oh, hello, everybody. Oh, hey, you're all here. Getting along, I hope.
Getting along well enough. Don't gotta like each other to help each other, long as we've got the same goals in mind. Cora caught us up on what y'all been investigating. What'd you find? Guide's got server banks in those facilities. He's making backup copies of himself.
The last thing we need is more guides running around.
It's probably not to spin up more copies of himself to manage. He's not a handler, so he can't process all of that. It's insurance. You must have really scared him in the Husk Flux.
Love identifying as a problem.
I don't know much about this newfangled techno-babble stuff, but if Guide's running scared, we want to keep him that way. So what we gotta do So what we gotta do, destroy these things? And that might slow him down, but it won't stop him. He can make more. The servers are an opportunity, though. Each one is a back door into the system. Each one is a weak spot. And what are weak spots for if not exploiting?
Sounds like you have a plan.
Yep. Upload me into the servers, and I can open the gates to the heart of the Nexus. Then you can gain access to the mainframe where you can take care of Guide once and for all.
I don't like the sound of putting you in the system, though.
Well, who else is gonna do it?
Juicebox might be able to do it. I mean, he's technology, right?
I'm better than the alternative, right? Like I said before, at least I don't want to destroy the planet.
I don't like this.
Mine either. Look, the servers aren't gonna be big enough for a full copy of me. The only place with enough juice for that is the mainframe, and you're safe from another hostile takeover.
What do you think, Flux?
I'm not really a plan kind of person, but we need mainframe access, right? And we need to take care of Guide's backups. This would solve both those problems. Fine. I don't like it, but we can't survive a siege forever. I recognize a corner when I backed into one. How do we upload you into the servers? Flux isn't exactly a hacker. You don't gotta be. If you fabricate a server spike, you can just use it to inject an itty bit of code and corrupt the server enough for me to slip in and take over. And what do you know? I got a schematic for server spikes right here. Once I've got access to all 4 servers, I'll be able to clobber the gate's security system and force it open.
We must be ready when the gate falls. I'll gather our forces. Flux, will you handle the servers?
I'm always happy to ruin Guide's day.
Well, server spike. And what exactly do we need to make the server spikes? More material harvesting, no doubt. Okay, we do have a juice coil on that, but it's consumed on use and we're gonna need, I believe, 4 of these. So that means hunting some hanks, hunting some fly boys, and then we'll have all the materials we need to make some of these server spikes to get Cora into the servers, and then, yeah. After that, it should be final battle with Guide, at least until Cora decides to betray us, and then final battle with her. But we will see. We will see what happens when we get her in those things, and of course we're going to need the materials, but that's going to have to wait until the next episode, because I'm all out of time for this one. So thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed watching. I hope to see you in the next one. God, bye!